Hi, it's Mrs. Cox again with part 2 of level 1 AM Maths. Same as part 1, I'll show you the question. We'll work through some similar questions together. Then you'll pause the video, write down your answer, come back when you're ready for the next question. I'm going to share my screen. And here's question 11. Shade half of this shape. So shade means colour in. And we have to think if we can remember what half means. Let's do one together. Half means two parts which are the same. Shade half of this shape. Can you think how much of the shape you would colour? Let's have a look. Half the shape means two parts are the same, one part is coloured and one part isn't. How easy was that? Let's do another one. Shade half of this shape. Half is two equal parts, but this has been cut into 4 parts. Can you remember what it's called when we cut something into 4 equal parts? Quarters. So it's been cut into quarters. So how can I colour in half? Can you think? You're just going to colour in 2 quarters because 2 quarters is the same as 1/2. So colour in half of this shape, shade half of this shape. You're just colouring in that side. That's very easy, isn't it? Now, come back to this one, pause the video, shade half of that shape and come back when you're ready for question 12. What fraction of sweets is circled? Now let's think about the fractions we know. Mostly at level 1, we're looking at halves and quarters. Halves and quarters. So 1 sweet out of 4 is circled. Half is 1 out of 2 equal parts, and we write it like this. And I would like you to just get your finger and write it in the air so we start to really remember how to write these, because sometimes we can say them and it's tricky to write them. So I've got a 1, a line going across and a 2 underneath, and that is half because it's 1 part out of 2 equal parts. For a quarter, it's 1, a line across, and then the 4 at the bottom. Write that with your hand. 1 equal part out of 4 equal parts. That's a quarter. So you've just had a little practice at writing those in the air, which will help you. Let's try and do one together. What fraction of these sweets is circled? So I can see that this part isn't circled and this part is. What do you think? Do you think half are circled or a quarter? Two equal groups. So that circle is half of the sweets. Half of the sweets are circled. Let's try another one. What fraction of the sweets are circled now? Not equal, is it? But I can see, let's have a look, I could make 4 groups like that, 4 groups of 2. So a quarter of the sweets have been circled. Stop the video and have a go at question 12. What fraction of the sweets is circled? Come back when you're ready for question 13. Question 13 says circle the tallest arrow. And it's really important that you read the whole sentence so you know what they're asking you to do. And here they're asking you to put a circle around the tallest arrow. Let's do one together. Circle the tallest teddy. With your fingers, draw a circle round the teddy that you think is the tallest. I bet you got that one right. That's the tallest teddy. Now, stop the video and have a go at question 13. Now, if you're just writing your answers on a bit of paper, if you had the proper paper, you would put a circle around the tallest arrow. But if you're writing on a bit of paper, you could just write the number of the tallest arrow. That might be easier. So is it 1, 2, or 3? Which one is tallest? Come back when you're ready for question 14. Question 14, how long is the matchstick? It doesn't really look much like a matchstick, does it? But it doesn't matter because we know there's a ruler and there's the thing we're measuring. So we've got to look, the start of the ruler is on the 0, which is really important. And then we've got, of the matchstick is on the 0, we've got to come all the way to the end, to the object, to see how long it is. But let's do a similar one first. How long is the candy cane? I'm looking at my object, which is a candy cane, and I'm looking at the ruler underneath. It starts at 0 and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it goes exactly to the 5. So my object is 5 long, but 5 what? Can you tell me what we're measuring the candy cane in? 5 centimetres. My candy cane is 5 centimetres long, so I would write that as my answer. Stop the video and have a go at question 14. Question 15, how much altogether? Now, I have to say, the hardest thing on these number questions on AM Math is that they're really hard to read, especially if you've got old eyes like me. So you're going to have to really look closely to see what those numbers are. All you've got to do is look at the numbers and add them together. Let's do one together. So this is a bit easier because I've got better pictures than AM Math. I've got a 5p, a 1p, and a 2p. It's just an adding sum, 5 and 1 and 2. So I can put 5 in my head, add 1, 5 and 1. I bet you know what that is. 6 and 2 more, 7, 8. Do the same thing here. You've got a 5 and a 2. Just add them together. Stop the video, come back when you're ready for question 16. Now, you just have to read this question carefully, and I know you're going to know the answer. You have breakfast in the morning, afternoon, or evening. And you would just put a circle round the right one. Let's do a different one together. You go to bed in the morning, afternoon, or evening. You know you go to bed in the evening, so you just write a C in the box. Stop the video, have a go at question 16, come back when you're ready. Question 17. What month comes after March, February, May, April? Okay, you really, really, really need to know the months in order. And if you don't, there are some lovely games to practice. And I will put them on Class Dojo and you should just have a go, and lockdown would be a really great time to be playing some of those games. But we'll do it now. So we're in the first month of the year, which is January. Let's say them together. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So you need to know the order, and then you need to read the question really carefully. This one says, what month comes after March? Let's have a go at a different one together. What month comes before August? So I would start with January. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. What came before August? June, July, August. It's July. So I'd write C. I'd write B. Hang on. I've got them in a different order there, so that's really confused you, hasn't it? But it's definitely July. And I'm going to keep going because I've done most of the video. So yeah, okay. It was definitely July, and you write the number of that month. Okay, next one. Pause the video and you have a go at question 17. And I promise you the answers are in the right, with the right letters there. Okay, come back for question 18. Okay, question 18 is telling the time. And if the grown-ups are listening, I have to say, you can really help children if you have a clock which has hands on it, and you help them look at what the time is and tell the time through the day. That's the best way to learn, is to have a watch or a clock at home. But we do teach it in school, but it's the sort of thing you just need to do over and over again. But let's have a look at this one. The question says, what time does this clock show? Now, we know the small hand tells us the hour, and the big hand tells us the minutes. When the big hand is on 12, it's an o'clock. And when the big hand is on 6, it's 1/2 past. There's lots more, but these are the most important ones at this point. Let's try this one together. The big hand is on the 12, so we know it's an o'clock. It's on the hour. The little hand is on the 2. So this clock says 2 o'clock. Pause the video and try question 18. What time does this clock show? Question 19. What is this shape? Is it a cuboid, a pyramid, or a sphere? Now, this is our 3D shapes. A cuboid is any shape that looks a bit like a cube. So most boxes are cuboid. I always think that cuboids is a bit like cubish, a bit like a cube. A pyramid, well, that just looks like a pyramid. That's the easy one. And a sphere is our maths name for a ball. Let's have a look. Can we match these together? Cuboid, pyramid, sphere. I bet you know what the pyramid is. Can you remember which one is a cuboid and which one is a sphere? I bet you got that right. Cuboid, pyramid, sphere. So look at that shape. Is it a cuboid, a pyramid, or a sphere? Pause the video, write down your answer, and come back for the very last question. question 20. The teddy bear is on the chair, under the chair, or next to the chair. Just have to read the question carefully. When people get this wrong, it's usually because they haven't looked carefully at the question. Let's do a different one together. Is the bird on the branch, under the branch, or next to the branch? This bird is on the branch, he's on top. This bird is under the branch, underneath. And this bird is next to the branch. Pause the video, try question 20, and well done, you got to the end. I hope it was helpful. I'm sorry there were a couple of little mistakes. It is the first time I've done such a long maths video, so I'm learning too, and I don't always get things right. And please let me know if this was too fast or too slow, and if it was helpful. See you soon. Bye.